Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So in this video, we have a problem statement that says that we have to render a dynamic table and fetch the data from an API. That means this is more of a beginner level problem. So you'll have to fetch data from an API and then you have to render it in the table. And if you want to go one step further, you can even uh, search, filter, sort that table. So let's start with our first basic thing, that is fetching data from the API and then rendering it in a table, right? So I'll just remove this text from here. So to fetch data from an API, what do we do is we have to, since we have to fetch the data on load, so we'll have to use a use effect, right? So we give it a dependency array as this, and let's write a async function, or maybe simply write a fetch function over here. Fetch, will write fetch data, which is going to be a async function, right? You know why? Because yes, we have written a async function over here, and my bad, like that, async. Yes. So here what we do is we write const response, which is equal to, we have to fetch data from an API, right? So we write await, and this time we are going to use simple fetch, and let me just pull in the API that we're going to use. So we are going to use the JSON placeholder API and we put it here. So up to this, the function is still not called, right? So we have to call the function, but before that, this response, we always have to uh, convert it, convert to JSON. What we write is response.json, and this we also have to await, right? Because this is a promise. So await JSON, and this data will ultimately get set to the table. So for that, what we write is const table data, or we can simply write data and set data, which is going to be a use state. And since we are going to loop on, this should be an array, right? And let's put set data as result, right? So now let's quickly just console dot log data. So if I open the console, you'll see that this thing, okay, oh wait, okay, we have not called the fetch data function, right? So we have to call the fetch data also. So fetch data like this. As soon as we hit enter and save this, let me just refresh this. You can see we have gotten a list of 10 objects, right? So the list is here. All we need to do is we have to render it on the page. So let's render it on the page. Let's give it a heading h1 which says dynamic data. And now what we have to do is we have to write a table. So we don't have to use any component library or something, or table of that sort. We simply can use it and do it using the table from HTML, right? So now what we have to do is we need a table head, right? So table head will contain the table rows, always remember. So table rows, what is the data in this function? So first is the name, okay, name, phone number, and username and website, right? So we'll write mm, name, right? And then we write, what is the next thing? We write email, or yes, email, and then we can write here the phone number. So I'll write this and I'll write phone number, and maybe we can put another thing over here, that is the website. So I'll write table row, which will be website. So our table head is ready. Now we have to build the table t body, right? So I write this, and now table body will, what will table body contain? Table body will contain the, I think these are rows, TDs. Yes. So again, this is okay. My bad. I think I have given this as tr8. So this should not be table rows. Instead, these should be table t's. My bad. I have to change it. D and again D and also D here, also D here and D here and D over here. So I'll just simply save it, and we can also give this a border of 1 maybe. Yes, you can see the border is already here. What happens if we give it a border of 2? This will get increased. And what if, can we give 1 0.5? No, we cannot. 1 is the minimum value, right? So let's render the table body, right? So again, table, we can even wrap this into a table row. So I'll just put this, save, and if I refresh, yeah, works. So in table body, what we have to do is we have to actually render the data prop. So data is going to be here dot map, and what we have to do is, again, this is going to be some entry, right? So we'll write entry, this will be the index. What will return is, we're going to return a table rows, right? So tr, and here, and again here, what we have to do is, we, since we have a table row, we have to write a td, right? So td and like this. So let's duplicate it a couple of times because we have 4 kind of data. So td, this. Now we have to write, first is the name, right? So we'll write entry dot name. Works. Now we write entry dot email. Now you can see this is here. Now we write entry dot, I don't know what is the spelling of phone number over here. So this is phone. Okay, so we write phone and this, and we have to do this also. And last is the website. So we'll write entry dot website. So now you can see there was a table, and you were, with very simple method, you were able to fetch that data and put it into a table. So in next video, I'm going to tell you how to sort it on the basis of, I mean, anything. You can sort it using this email, this phone number, this website, in ascending or descending order, right? So subscribe to the channel if you find this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.